today we're going to do the lesson that I tried to teach last week. Okay? So your brains have had a long time to think about it. So today it's going to go really smoothly. Because there's something for that knowledge to attach to that's been back there mulling around for a week. So really it was to your benefit that I tried to shove it down your throat too early. Okay? So today what we're going to do is we're thinking backwards. If I gave you a value for one of our ratios, could you give me the angle measures at which sine of theta is equal to 1/2?
Yes,
Okay? So that would be right here and right here, right? So in degrees,
30.
those would be 30 and
No,
150. Okay? All right? So both of those, no, this wasn't on the test where you had to find theta. I would give you sine of 30 and you would give me 1/2. That's what was on the last quiz.
What was in the calculator? Was it something similar?
Mm-mm. You didn't have to do this for anything. Okay. Now, but we know that we can have positive angles if we go in a counterclockwise position, or we can have negative angles if we went in the clockwise. All right? So, what would a negative angle that's equivalent to 150 be?
Negative 110. Negative 2.
Negative 210. Okay? So negative 210 would get us there. Okay? What would be a negative angle that would be equivalent to negative 330? Okay? Now, on all we're doing on Monday, to give you a little bit of preview, all we're doing on Monday is adding in the radian measures. What radian measure is equivalent to 30 degrees?
1/6.
That's 1/6 pi. Very good. What radian measure is equivalent to 150 degrees?
5/6
5/6 pi. Very good. What radian measure is equivalent to negative 330?
Negative 11 over 6.
Good. What radian measure is equivalent to negative 210?
Negative 7 over 6.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. All right. So let's look at example 2. Now, this is where is cosine of theta equivalent to negative 1/2. So I'm going to change to green. Cosine of negative 1/2, that would be here and here. So that would be at 120 degrees and at 240 degrees. Awesome. All right. So what would the radian measure that's equivalent to 120 degrees be?
Negative
2 pi over 3.
Okay, yeah. And the radian measure for 240?
440.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now let's go back and do the negative ones. So we have 120 here. What negative degree measure would give us the exact same terminal side? Negative 240. All right. So if you took this angle measurement here and you subtracted 360, don't you get that one? If you took this and subtracted 360 and took this and subtracted 360, so if we take this one and we subtract 360, what do we get?
120.
Negative 120. Okay? All right, tangent of negative 1. We'll switch to black. Tangent of negative 1. Where is tangent? Negative 1. Negative 1.
135.
All right. Very good. 135 and at 315 degrees. Okay, what radian measure is equivalent to 135?
3/4.
3/4?
4. 3/4. Yeah.
Okay.
5
And
No, 7.
5
to 11 quarters. I got gosh, man.
all right. So what would the negative degree measure that is equivalent, that has the same terminal side as 135?
Negative.
Wait, what'd you say?
I should know that. That's easy.
All right. What about 315?
Negative 45.
Okay. So if we're thinking about just looking at the unit circle, remember that negative one is just kind of the one that's reflected over. So the negative for 135 would be negative 225. The negative one is just the one that's reflected over. So the negative one for 315 would be a negative 45.
And just do 45.
Because they have the same reference angles. So I'm really good at knowing everything on the unit circle. So if I can just kind of reflect things around. Okay.
That's a base.
That's a base
I
ball.
told you all his life.
All right.
Definitely
Hey,
basketball.
now shoot this. That's definitely a baseball.
Okay.
Definitely basketball.
Give me a
Number
perfect.
4. Sine of theta
That was 10.
is equal to 1 over the square root of 2. 1 over the square root of 2. Where does that happen, guys?
45.
At 45. Where else?
135.
135.
Wrong part.
Other one.
Oh, no. That's
would
not
make it negative.
135.
The other one.
That would be negative. You're correct. Okay. So 45 and 135. Okay, so that would be pi over 4 and
5 over 4.
3 pi over 4. Okay. What about negative degrees?
350.
Negative 315.
And negative
225.
Okay, makes sense?
Yes.
All right. So many of you that were here last Friday already have this worksheet. You already have this.
Complete.
Okay? And you may already have it complete. What I want you to do is go back and check. Okay?
All right.
And those of you that were not here last Friday, I'm about to give you one.
There she is.
Technically, there's a